Why don't submarines have windows, even though they travel deep under the ocean where everything is happening outside? It feels like the one thing they should have. But the real reason is far more extreme than most people expect. When you think about submarines, it's easy to imagine a massive machine quietly moving through the ocean depths, surrounded by darkness, pressure, and unknown sea life. And naturally, one question comes to mind. If submarines are underwater anyway, why not just add windows? After all, airplanes have windows. Cars have windows. Even spaceships sometimes have small viewing panels. So why not submarines? The answer is not design preference. It is physics. And more specifically, pressure. Because the deeper you go in the ocean, the more the environment tries to crush anything inside it. And a simple window becomes one of the most dangerous weak points possible. And here's the first reality check. At certain depths, the pressure outside a submarine is so extreme that even a small opening can collapse an entire structure instantly. The ocean is not empty water. Most people imagine the deep ocean as just water surrounding a vehicle. But water at depth behaves like a powerful physical force. The deeper you go, the more weight builds above you. Every meter adds more pressure. At sea level, we feel normal air pressure. But underwater, that pressure increases rapidly. By the time you reach deep ocean levels, the pressure becomes so strong that it can crush steel if it is not designed properly. A submarine is not just floating underwater. It is fighting constant external force from every direction at once. So everything in its structure is built around one idea: survive pressure. Why windows are a weak point? A window is a break in a solid structure. Even if it is made from strong glass, it is still a weak spot compared to metal hulls. In a submarine, the hull is designed to distribute pressure evenly across the entire structure. But a window disrupts that balance. Instead of uniform strength, you get a point of failure. And under extreme ocean pressure, even a tiny structural weakness can become catastrophic. This is why submarines avoid unnecessary openings. Not because they don't want visibility, but because visibility creates vulnerability. But here's something even more interesting. Even if you made a window strong enough to survive deep ocean pressure, it still wouldn't solve the real problem. Because visibility underwater doesn't work the way most people imagine. Why you still wouldn't see much. Even if submarines had windows, what would you actually see? In most deep ocean environments, visibility is extremely limited. Sunlight only penetrates a small depth of water. Below that, everything becomes dark. Not dim light dark, complete darkness. So a window at deep depth would mostly show black water, scattered particles, and occasional bioluminescent life. There is no clear scenic view like a fish tank. The deeper you go, the less useful a window becomes. So even from a practical perspective, windows provide very little benefit. Pressure is the real enemy. To understand why submarines avoid windows, you need to understand pressure in real terms. Water is extremely dense compared to air. As depth increases, the weight of water above compresses everything below it. Submarines are built with thick, reinforced steel hulls designed in a cylindrical shape. Why cylindrical? Because this shape distributes pressure evenly. Flat surfaces are dangerous underwater because they bend under force. A window would introduce a flat or weak point in a system designed for perfect balance. Even a small design flaw could cause structural failure under deep pressure conditions. So engineers avoid it completely. But pressure is not the only problem. There is another major reason submarines don't use windows at all. And it has to do with safety during combat and stealth. Military stealth requirements. Most modern submarines are military vessels. Their main purpose is not sightseeing. It is stealth operation. Submarines are designed to remain undetected for long periods. Any unnecessary opening in the hull increases risk, sound leakage, structural vulnerability, radar or sonar reflection changes, and maintenance complexity. A solid hull is quieter and more secure. Windows would add complexity and potential failure points. So for military submarines, simplicity equals survival. Emergency and damage risks. Another major reason is damage control. Submarines operate in environments where rescue is extremely difficult. If something goes wrong deep underwater, there is no easy recovery. So every system is designed with maximum reliability. Windows introduce risk, cracking under stress, leaking under pressure, weakening structural integrity. Even a small crack in a window could become a major disaster underwater. So engineers eliminate that risk entirely by not including them. How submarines actually see outside. Even without windows, submarines are not blind. They use advanced systems to see underwater. These include sonar systems, navigation, periscopes for shallow depth, cameras in controlled housings, sonar mapping systems. Instead of relying on light, submarines rely on sound, because sound travels much better underwater than light. So submarines build a mental image of the ocean using sonar data instead of visual windows. But here's something most people don't realize. The deeper challenge is not just seeing outside. It is surviving the environment itself. Depth limits A&D structural design. Every submarine has a maximum safe operating depth. Beyond that, the risk of structural failure increases rapidly. Engineers design submarines using high-strength steel or titanium, reinforced internal frameworks, pressure-tested hull shapes, strict safety margins. Even small design changes can affect depth capability. Adding a window would reduce that margin significantly, so it is removed completely in design planning. Why submarines are built like tanks? A submarine is not designed like a normal vehicle. It is closer to a sealed pressure vessel. Everything inside must survive. Extreme external force, long underwater missions, temperature changes, and isolation from surface support. This is why submarines are often compared to moving pressure capsules rather than ships. Their entire design philosophy is based on one rule: no weak points. And when you understand all of this, the absence of windows stops feeling strange and starts feeling necessary. Why this design makes perfect sense. At first glance, not having windows seems limiting, but in reality, it is one of the safest design choices possible. Because submarines are not meant for comfort or sightseeing. They are meant to operate in one of the harshest environments on Earth. And in that environment, every opening is a risk. So engineers choose protection over visibility, strength over aesthetics, and survival over experience. So the next time you think about submarines and wonder why they don't have windows, remember this: under the ocean, visibility is not the problem. Survival is. And everything inside a submarine is designed around that single truth.